Alright, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to watch something called The Rejuvenator. Anybody seen this one? Let's check it out. This is Dr. Ashton and his helper, Stella.
Specimen 5254 is gone.
They're doing some sort of experiments on animals. It's kind of about the de-aging process.
Anyone else know this?
It ain't working yet. Yeah, it ain't working yet. It's a little messy. That looks like it may have been, I don't know. Meet Ruth Warren, aging Hollywood film star, trying to hang on to her youth.
Willie, where the hell is Dr. Ashton? I sent for him hours ago.
I'm right here, Ruth. I came as soon as I could.
How dare you sneak up on me like that?
She's been funding him for 3 years.
Takes time, you know that.
3 years? I've been funding you for 3 years and you've shown me nothing. You promised me results. You said the procedure was almost ready.
It is.
I have too many good years left. I want you to perform the operation, Doctor. And I mean soon. Or you will discover the finite limits of my generosity.
An unusually large number of cadavers.
His boss.
I'd advise you to go a little slower with your gross anatomy classes. Otherwise, your students will have to go back to rats and pigs.
I wish it were that simple, Ruth. Unfortunately, it is not. You see, the serum is distilled from the raw gray matter of the human brain. And since most people who have brains prefer to keep them, however little they use them, that leaves us with a limited supply.
Anyway, against his wishes, he performs the surgery on her.
The procedure seems to have worked flawlessly.
Congratulations, Doctor.
Amir, get me Amir. I want to see him.
Grand. There'll be another 6 on delivery. Well,
He's got to get some bodies.
And hotter, the fresher, the better. Oh, sure thing,
And we get a look at Ruth for the first time. She now goes by the name of Elizabeth.
Dreams. Don't be shy, Doctor. Come examine your handiwork.
And it appears that Dr. Ashton and Elizabeth are kind of like becoming a couple now, maybe. Yep, they go all the way. She's digging her new body, and so is he. But that serum isn't perfected yet, and it starts to wear off. She's going to need a new dose.
That's what must have happened to specimen 5254. My worst fears have been confirmed.
What else happened?
Bad things are happening to his experiments.
I hope this morning's little incident didn't scare you off.
No, I haven't forgotten.
He gave her a new dose, and she's fine
I
again.
must distill more serum in case you ever relapse.
Oh, Gregory, you can't work all the time.
He's trying to synthesize it so he doesn't have to use brains. Human brains is what makes this serum. So anyway, as Elizabeth, she went and picked up some hunky guy one night, and the next morning, she's changed. The dude was like, what the hell did I go to bed with?
Your stabilization dosage has doubled. You shouldn't have brought him back here. That was stupid.
You me.
No.
I have a signed affidavit from rather despicable character. Mr. Hunter, I believe. You're through, Gregory.
The Poison Dolly's a real female heavy metal group from the 80s. And while she's out partying, she starts to turn again.
Elizabeth, is that you?
I'm changing again.
I'll be right there.
Hey, I'm...
Anyway, before he can come and get her, she attacks a chick in the phone booth. Don't see phone booths anymore. Good thing. Anyway, she grabbed her brain when she killed her.
Where did you get that?
And it's breathing. You need the brain to make the serum. When the guard gives him his little flack for being there, she takes care of the guard. That's another brain they can use. So he creates another serum, injects her, and she turns back to normal again.
The brains of that woman and the guard.
That's right. You killed 2 human beings last night, Elizabeth. You wouldn't want that to happen again now, would you?
I didn't do it, Greg. That other thing did.
Anyway, he finally finds a way to synthesize it so he doesn't have to use real brains.
I got it! I got it!
Anyway, one of his critters, his animals, is having some bad reactions to all this stuff. Could that be what's going to happen to Ruth, too?
Oh my God.
His helper, Stella. Stella, meet Ruth.
Your Brando needs work, darling.
I said no more killing.
I had to.
Why?
Don't you understand, Greg? It's
She
beyond
can
my
now get the
control.
brains herself and doesn't need the serum.
What do you mean?
I can. Well, I've learned how to make my own.
Stay. The coverage boards off.
She's in really bad shape now. He was going to inject something into her that wasn't the serum. I don't know if he's trying to kill her or give her that synthesized one. I don't know, but this guy tried to interfere. That's an old friend of hers or something, and he got stabbed instead. So the doctor gets out of there being chased by her, and she kills along the way. Nobody seems to care that this happened, though. Business as usual. Doesn't warn the nurse. Should have. Doesn't have the heart to kill him, though.
I don't want to live like this anymore.
Anyway, he used a synthetic serum on her. And whatever he was going to use on him made him younger. Has he got it all figured out? Well, not quite. Apparently the synthetic version doesn't work either, and she melts. But whatever he stuck into him seemed to do exactly what he was trying to do. Unfortunately, we're never going to get a chance to see that serum work again, because the dude kills him. The secret dies with him, and that's our movie.
You are the proof. I did not ban.
Alright, Schlockmeister fans, a review from the living room tonight with my animal pill. Does that look sick to you? That pill looks like it's seen better days. Anyway, let's talk about the Rejuvenator. Now, originally I had this movie, I taped it off a cable, and in the late 80s, maybe 88, somewhere around that time, and it was under the title Rejuvenatrix. When I retaped it in the early 90s, mid-90s sometime, it was under the title The Rejuvenator, which is what it was available on VHS and at least PAL DVD now as well. Not available on DVD in this country, but it was released in Germany, this looks like. Yeah, so The Rejuvenator. Anyway, or should I call it Das Serum des Schreckens. That's definitely German. So anyway, what we got here is a this aging actress named Ruth Warren, she wants to be young again. Who doesn't, right? So she has been funding this scientist who's basically been telling her, I think I can get you young again if you fund me. So he's working on these experiments on lab rats and things to try to make them young, the de-aging process, that sort of thing. He's getting pretty close to perfecting it, and she says, look, I'm tired of waiting. I've been funding this for 3 years. You operate on me now, so otherwise I'm cutting you off. So he reluctantly does, and she turns young. She looks great. She even has a nude scene, which looked great. So, but then it turns out she needs the serum over and over again. Otherwise, she de-youngs and turns old again. But this time, she doesn't look like she looked when she was old. She looks horrible. She looks into some sort of hideous monster. Well, while she's this monster, she occasionally kills. It's kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde type thing. Turns out the doctor needs like matter from human brains to create this serum. He's trying to synthesize it so he doesn't have to use real brains, but he's having trouble doing that. But so this girl, this monster thing, kills a couple people and basically gives him the brain. Said, "Here, use this." So he keeps injecting her with more and more stuff, but she builds up a tolerance to it, so she needs more and more and more, and things aren't working out very well for her. Ultimately, near the end of this movie, he's found a way to synthesize it, and then he injects it into her, but it still doesn't work. He turns her young briefly, but then she turns into this horrible creature, and she ends up melting in front of this other dude who was, I don't know if it was an old boyfriend or husband or what this guy was, but he got injected with something else too when I think the doctor was trying to kill Ruth, and then he turned young, but he's like fine, he's not turning old, so I don't know what was happening there. But anyway, this guy then, after Ruth melted, he killed the doctor, and then I guess the serum is lost forever, right? That's our movie. So anyway, The Rejuvenator. It's actually not a bad film at all. I hadn't seen this in a long, long time. I think I'd seen it twice, though. Like I said, it's available only on this PAL DVD. I'll leave a link from Amazon down below if Amazon has this link down there, and you can buy it if you want. You can get this on eBay otherwise for maybe in the $15, $20 range, so not too bad. But the movie itself, yeah, it's pretty good. It's got some decent gore scenes in it, not an overabundance of them, but the ones that are there are pretty good. One brief nude scene, and of course the Poison Dollies, which I had to look up. They actually were a real heavy metal band. I don't think they hit it really big, but they did exist in the 80s, and they appeared in The Rejuvenator. So there you go. So anyway, it's The Rejuvenator, otherwise known as Rejuvenatrix. Curious if anybody's seen this thing. I'm sure some of you had. Like I said, not available on DVD in this country as of yet, but I think people have been looking for it. So you can find it in Germany. Check it out. Leave some comments. The Rejuvenator. Watch it. Bye.